They're the size of those banana plants, Frank.
I told you they're banana plant. Yeah, that's right in the center there. That what I would call is the thriller to that container or that garden is the banana plant. Bananas don't grow here, but they do in the summer.
They do in the summer.
Yeah.
And that is part of our ambiance this Tuesday morning. Caryn, Frankie, and Sid here with you. Hopefully you enjoyed the long weekend. Again, some rain in the forecast today?
Yeah, today lawns and gardens are going to get watered after yesterday where we saw flooding along the DVP once again. But today's rain will not be, shouldn't be, I should mention, a torrential downpour by any means. And then we got just a beautiful week ahead. We have like really comfortable conditions. Starting to get those cooler nights, which will be an indication of August. That's usually what you think. Like where I'm from, when you know summer's going to end in Bradford is when the onions start falling over the tops.
Oh, for sure.
They're ready for harvest.
Yeah.
So as a kid, when I would see that, I'd think, I got to go back to school soon. So the onion tops are already falling in Bradford right now.
And we're
Big update.
We're going to talk
Big
back
update.
to school a little later
Yeah.
on with back to school shopping. Parents, don't smile too hard.
Yeah.
Back to school shopping around the corner. Before we dive into this, though, because the DVP situation yesterday,
Yes.
that caught a lot of people's attention. So I'm legitimately asking you, how much rain in the forecast should I be looking for where my mind says to the rest of my body, south part of the DVP might not be a good idea right now. Like like 40 millimeters, 30?
So no, so when you hear about the forecasted totals for rainfall, that can be over an 8-hour period. So if you get 40 millimeters of rain over an 8 to 12-hour period, then that's not bad. But when you're getting an accumulation total of, let's say, 20 plus millimeters in a period of time that's over a course of maybe 20 minutes, well, all of a sudden you get all that rain that's flowing down the DVP because it's a hard surface as we speak, and then it collects because it's just the volume of water in a short period of time. So that's why it's always thunderstorm activity that creates this flooding because it's quick, fast, hard rain.
Okay. So the short window is what we should be looking at going forward.
Anytime you see thunderstorms rolling through the downtown core, always be concerned about the DVP. Even just based on the drivers, because you can also have hydroplaying and all the rest that's out there as well.
The other thing people are concerned about in the city, there's a few things.
Yeah.
The one thing that's kind of garnering more attention, especially in the summer, is the ferry situation out to the islands. And the lineups are just getting more ridiculous by the weekend. Blair Scorgie is an urban planner here in Toronto, and Blair has a solution. He's suggesting that a gondola could be the solution. A gondola, that could be a solution to the massive crowds to Toronto Islands. He says a gondola can have 6,000 passengers, per hour. Gondolas would also be high enough to not interfere with tall ships that need to pass through. What could possibly go wrong? Scorgie also says they're fast and efficient, environmentally friendly, and cost-effective. A proposal has been created asking Waterfront Toronto and the city to consider gondolas to get to the Toronto Islands. Now, we have a photo, because Disney World, who is like a city in and of itself, and we're heading back there, it's next month. We're heading to Walt Disney World next month. That's going to be crazy. That's the picture you saw there, the gondolas. They do it all over the place, from hotel to hotel, from park to park. So that's old hat. But for the city of Toronto, over Lake Ontario, like, is this practical for us? Like,
I've been to one in Hong Kong. There's a famous one in Hong Kong where you take a gondola, a cable car, and you take it across to go see the seated Buddha. So you actually take it up. It's beautiful. It's very busy. Moves people.
But that's a mountain, right?
It is a mountain, but as well, it's a people mover.
Right.
At the end of the day, you got to figure out how can we move people more efficiently, quickly, and in a way that tourists may want to go take that across, because then they could see a beautiful view of the city. So not only will it move people, it could become a tourist attraction, which could create revenue.
Caryn Siolan, yes or no?
I think on paper it's a good idea. I mean, I'm no engineer, so I don't know if it's feasible or not. But I think my only concern would be a bridge you could walk across for free. I imagine usage with a gondola would require some sort of admission charge, and that might disadvantage some people. Also, Billy Bishop Airport is nearby, so I know it wouldn't impede shipping, but I don't know if that would have to be studied. Like, could we even feasibly have one with the planes? Like I don't know.
That's something that has to get looked at.
Yeah, plane into a gondola doesn't sound like a good idea.
No.
Yes.
But if this works, gondolas all across the Gardiner, gondolas all up the DVP.
I would love that.
Like, in all seriousness, because right now it's hell. It is hell trying to get through.
Let's run it all the way to Muskoka along the 400.
Let's go right to Muskoka. Let's like cottage country. You get a gondola. You get a gondola. Everyone gets a gondola. I think this is ridiculous. However, if we could find a great idea for other traffic aspects of the city, I don't hate this. Maybe this could be a thing. I don't know.
You know, I'm not a big fan of streetcars. Let me tell you, because they take a lane of traffic when they stop,
Let's do the gondolas.
there's all the overhead wires that are related to
Gondola
streetcars.
lanes.
You know, so I think what you have to do is think very creatively, because right now the traffic situation, the people, just moving people around in this city is horrible.
So I'm
Nearly
open to anything that
impossible.
works. With all due respect to Toronto Islands, if we got something that works here, I'm for it. Caryn's got a full news update coming up in just a few seconds here on BT.